like a squirrel. Climb, 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 like a squirrel. Waddle, 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 like a duck. Waddle, 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 like a duck. Pump, 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 like a gorilla. Pump, 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 like a gorilla. Stomp, 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 like an elephant. Stomp, 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 like an elephant. Animals in action. Animals in action. Animals in action. Animals in action. Let's go! In the sky. In the sky. On the ground. On the ground. In the water. In the water. All around. All around. They are animals in action. Animals in action. Run, run, run like a cheetah. Run, run, run like a cheetah. Swing, swing, swing like a monkey. Swing, swing, swing like a monkey. Fly, fly, fly like an eagle. Fly, fly, fly like an eagle. Paddle, paddle, paddle like a turtle. Paddle, paddle, paddle like a turtle. Animals in action. Animals in action. Animals in action. Animals in action. Let's go! In the sky. In the sky. On the ground. On the ground. In the water. In the water. All around. All around. They are animals in action.
Good afternoon, my first graders. Miss Kyler here with science. So today we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna learn about animals' needs. But before we can dig into animals' needs, let's quickly review everything we've learned about animals this month. We started off by learning adult animals, and baby animals names. We learned that a baby duck is a duckling, a baby chicken is a chick. We learned that a baby cow is a calf, and so many other names for baby animals. Now, let's also look and review how animals move. We learned that animals can walk, they can fly, they can swim, they can crawl or slither, and they can also hop. Then we looked at the different types of animal coverings. Some have scales, feathers, hair or fur, and some have smooth skin. Then we started looking at the different classifications of animals. Remember, we learned that there's vertebrates and invertebrates. We learned that mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fish were all vertebrates. That means they had a spine, a backbone, right? We learned so many different animals and the characteristics that put them into their categories, like that birds and reptiles and mammals breathe using their lungs, and they all live on land. We learned that mammals and birds are warm-blooded creatures. We learned that reptiles, amphibians, and fish and birds all lay eggs, and mammals are the only type that give birth to their babies and feed their babies milk. We also looked at invertebrates, and we learned that invertebrates are animals without a backbone. Invertebrates live in every part of the world, and most of the animals on Earth are invertebrates. This means that over 96% of all animal species on Earth are invertebrates. And we learned that our beautiful butterflies are invertebrates. And let's take a quick look at our caterpillars. And we can see we have uh, three cocoons up there, and we have one of our cocoons actually fell down there. And we have only one little caterpillar left. And remember, we can also call a cocoon, what is it called? Miss Conyers having I'm forgetting. Oh my goodness. A chrysalis. There we go. Miss Kyler was brain was not working for a second there. Now, first graders, let's move in to our animal needs. So let's quickly discuss the four animal needs. They need things just like we need things. Remember when we discuss our needs and our wants? Well, they have needs just like we do. And the first need they have is food. Food gives animals energy to live and to move. Different animals eat different types of food. And let's take a look at a few animals and discuss what they eat. So we see here a bear. Bears can catch fish, they can eat berries, they can eat nuts, honey, and even insects. That was new to me. I knew they could have fish and berries and things, but I did not know that some bears actually eat insects. We have a beautiful bird here, and birds can eat berries or worms. We have a shark here. Now, sharks, they eat other fish, much smaller fish. And we have a spider. They typically eat flies and other small insects. And we have a alligator here, and they eat other small animals. And last animal we're going to look at to see what type of food they eat is a salamander, and they eat insects, spiders, worms, anything pretty much smaller than them. A, a salamander will eat. Next up is water. This is another need that our animals must have to survive. So, animals need water. Water carries nutrients to the animal's cells and organs. All animals need waters. And I know you're wondering, first graders, yes, fish do absorb water through their skin, and some even drink water to ensure that they have enough in their system. Cool fact, huh? So we learned two things animals need. They need food, they need water, and they need a habitat. So an animal habitat is somewhere that is also called their shelter, is where they're safe and they're protected, and they need this to survive just like we need our shelter. So let's take a closer look at some animals and their shelters or habitats. Here we have an otter, and otters, they actually create dens to live in, and we see he created a den with his sticks. We have a snail, and he carries his shelter right on his back all the time. Here we have some clownfish, and clownfish live in the coral reef. That's what keeps them safe. And we have a bird, and we all know and have seen birds. They create nests to live in. And most lizards, here we have a lizard, most lizards live on the ground, but others can be found making their homes in a tree or in the burrowing or in water. That was a cool fact. Also, my friends, we have a toad here, and often toads and frogs, they might live under rocks, logs, or even under tree stumps for their shelter. So let's go ahead and find out the fourth thing that animals need. We know they need food, they need shelter or a habitat, and they need water. So what's the fourth thing? The fourth thing is oxygen. Animals must take in oxygen from the air or even the water to live. Yes, my first graders, our fish do have to have oxygen too. Now, they get their oxygen from oxygen gas that dissolves in the water. So, our fish do still need water and they still do need oxygen. Now, first graders, quick announcement on Thursday's live lesson. I'm so happy to say that the first 25 students logged in on time at 12:30 will be able to join a live field study. So no worries if you log in after that time. The lesson will still be live streamed just like this. We're going to have a very special guest. Ranger Ben is going to actually treat us to seeing some live animals on Thursday. But you have to be the first 25. Now, this is a free service, and that is the amount of students they allow in for this live lesson, okay? So if you are not one of my 25, don't worry, you'll still get to see and participate just like you do during this live lesson. So let's go back to our live lesson and review the 4 things animals need to survive. So we know animals now need food just like we do. They need water, even our fish. And they have to have a habitat or a shelter just like we do. And they use oxygen just like us. Okay, my first grade friends, get ready to go to Boom Learning. Miss Kyler is going to send it right to your Chromebooks. Now, if I have already seen you, I will see you tomorrow. If I have not seen you yet, I will see you later. Bye-bye, my first graders.